Hey, this is Jim. I hope you're having a great day, and we're going to take a look at a few futures markets here. The dollar is heading lower on this bulls and bears system. Red bars are bearish, yellow bars are neutral, and green bars are bullish. Slammed down on this big bar is making a bear flag, which will probably break lower here. So the dollar looks lower. Live cattle is in an uptrend. We went long live cattle in the premium newsletter, clear back here, right in here. We held through this. I put my stop down here, and we're long, and this looks like it's going to head higher here. This action's bullish. Yesterday it looked like it was going to start to head lower, and it firmed up at the end of the day, so that's a bullish bar there. And everything looks good for higher prices in live cattle, and we're long from a pretty good price. Cocoa, we went long right here in the premium newsletter on the break of that bar's high, and it's long, and I think this has made a little counter trend correction, and I think this is heading higher. Excuse me. So that's just the way they work. They just kind of rally up and then they'll pull back. So you got to be able to hold during that, and basically cocoa looks higher, and we're long. Coffee, I think coffee's making a major low here. It's extremely oversold, and it's making a bullish divergence. Now it could keep coming down here, but I think eventually it's going to find a low and it's going to pop up. I'm not long coffee yet. I did take a couple, one stab at trying to get long, and the trade didn't get entered. That's why I always say these entry points are very important, because it kept us out of a bad trade. So coffee looks like it's at a major bottom. Corn is probably making a double bottom here. It might not come down and make an exact double bottom. They don't always. Sometimes they make a little higher bottom. Sometimes they'll make a little, they'll go a little farther than you think. It doesn't have to be an exact double bottom, but corn, I think the grains are bottoming out here, and I expect higher prices in the grains. Cotton, I'm actually long cotton in the premium newsletter, and I think it's going to at least pull back into this area somewhere, and actually it could even take off higher than that. So we're long cotton right now. There's really nothing, as far as the bulls and bears, there's nothing really bullish here, but I just saw some other things and I went long cotton, and we're just a little tiny bit ahead on that trade. And what I was going to do in cotton is, if it breaks lower, then I'm going to stop and turn around and go short. But right now the long trade is actually looking good. We're a little bit ahead on it, so I think that's going to go our way. Gold, I think this is just the dollar's breaking lower, so I think the gold's going to head higher. I think this has just been, like I mentioned, a counter trend correction. We came off the low, made a counter trend correction, moved higher, counter trend correction, and I think this is going to find a low in here, and I think gold's going to head higher. So I'm looking to buy gold if I get a buy signal in the premium newsletter, which would happen probably up here somewhere around the 1370 area. This could be a first move off the low and then a higher test of the low, or this could come back down here and make a double bottom and just test this bottom. But either way, I think gold is close to low and going to head higher, and we are definitely going to be going long gold and silver on the next buy signal, because I think the metals are heading higher. Very bullish the metals right now. Of course, we'll just wait and see what happens. You never know for sure. That's why I don't take the trade unless I get a buy signal. So even though I think gold's going to head higher, I don't just buy into this low. I wait for it to turn and put in a buy signal. Now I do use the bulls and bears for buy signals. These green bars are really good, but I also use my own techniques that I, just different technical analysis things. Like cotton hasn't put in a bulls and bears buy yet, but if I can get that chart back up, see, it hasn't put in a green bar yet, but we're actually long already, because I use my own stuff. But sometimes I do go by the bulls and bears. I mean, I definitely look at it. Now lean hogs, green bars, so everything's good. This KST indicator at the bottom here, that's a momentum indicator. It's similar to MACD. that's showing strong upside momentum, so I'm staying bullish. Lean hogs, as long as the trend's up and the bars are green and everything looks good. Again, you'll get these little pullbacks, so you can't. Sometimes they look like, a top's in, and you just can't. You got to stick with the trend as much as you can. I mean, a top could be in here. This could be a little double top, but I'm more thinking that this is just a pullback and then a move up, and then another little pullback, and then it's going to head higher. So as long as the trend's up, I try to stay with it as much as possible. Oats is making a bullish divergence here. Again, I think Oats is probably coming into a low. It's probably already made a low, or it could come back down here and test this low again. But either way, low is probably close in Oats. I'm bullish the grains. One reason I'm bullish the grains, if gold heads higher, it usually takes most things with it. So, if the dollar's breaking lower, basically that's inflationary. If gold's heading higher, dollar lower, gold higher, inflationary, and that will make all the prices go up. Not, it's not always all, but it's in general, most of them will go up. So I'm expecting the grains to head higher, softs to head higher, metals to head higher, probably the meats to head higher. I think commodities are going to go through another bull market here. S&P, we got a buy signal there. S&P came up. A lot of people are probably trying to call this as a top, and like I always say, it could be, I don't know for sure. But probably more what is going on here is this is just broke through and it's coming down and testing this top, and this is just probably like a test of the breakout, and then this is like a bull flag here probably. That's what I'm expecting anyway. Whether it plays out or not, we'll find out. So this is like, I think, a bull flag here, and then we'll probably get, today might be a down day again, and then probably maybe Monday things will start perking up. But I would expect this market to turn higher soon. If it doesn't turn higher soon, then something else may be going on. But right now this is just a natural counter trend correction. Soybeans, we went long in the premium newsletter. Right down here there's something I see in the technical work that I think this is just a bull swing and a counter trend correction. So I went long beans right here on these red bars. So we're long beans right now with a mini contract, and I'm expecting that to trade higher. Sugar, we're long. We went long sugar in the premium commodity newsletter. We went long right on a break of this bar's high here. So we're long from back here. And again, we got to pull back. You got to be able to sit through some of those. I mean, it's not fun sometimes. It would have been nice if sugar would have just taken off for us. But this was just a normal pullback here. And then it's put in these green bars and it's heading higher. And so right now we're sitting good in sugar. This bar, it would have been nice to have another couple up bars. But I just think that's just, again, normal action. It's just gonna make some up bars and down bars. They don't go up every day, so these bars were all up bars, and then we had a down bar yesterday, and today could be a down bar, or we could have another up bar. But either way, I think we're good on our sugar trade right now. The bars are green, the momentum's up, so you just gotta stay bullish unless something else happens. Okay, we already looked at the dollar. Wheat, we went long yesterday in the premium commodity newsletter. We went long on a break of this bar, so we're not a lot ahead. But I think this just looks like a good trade. It looks like we just put in a base here. Now this is one I did look at the Bulls and Bears system on, but it fell right into my technical work. So a lot of time my technical work will get us in long before the Bulls and Bears kicks in. But since this just the way this base formed, it just worked out that this green bar came in at a perfect time along with my technical work. So when they happen together, that's really nice. I mean, that gives you extra confidence that the trade's good. So this just looks like it made a W-type bottom, and it's breaking through the middle here, and the bars are green, so everything's good for this trade. I mean, I like the trade. That doesn't mean it's going to work out, but I think it's going to work out, and we'll just see. We bought, and I bought a mini contract a week, so we got our stop down here somewhere, and we're just going to give this some room to work. So basically, like I mentioned earlier, bullish gold, bearish dollar, and pretty much bullish everything else. I mean, I think we're going to head on a run up on commodities. This is a good time. I got to put in the plug for the premium newsletter. This is a good time to sign up for the premium newsletter because I think there's going to be a lot of big action coming up. If you're interested in the mentoring, I'll teach you how I make these trades, and that's a great buy for $1,000. I know it sounds like a lot of money, but one trade can make back the cost of the mentoring, and I really think it would help your trading. So thanks for listening to my video. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later.